I want to introduce to you the Mojo deck. So this deck is designed not only for using in oracle readings, but also for casting spells. And I wanted to share with you a little bit about the ways that you can use the Mojo deck. So just to give you a little unboxing, here's the box. Oops, the back is upside down. And here's the back. And what I like to do is actually put the cards upright in the box so that I can just use them anywhere I go. I will put that over there. So you can see each card has a glyph, a color, and a word, or sometimes two words. Ooh, hostility. That's funny. So you'll see that these cards are actually they're actually mostly very gentle, but there are some ideas in there, that are actually a little shadow worky. They can help you get insight into the dynamics in a situation and the things that are at play that are creating the drama, the lack of manifestation, the heartache. And you can witness all of these dynamics through a reading. And I find it really helpful to actually use the cards by drawing them for a reading and then witnessing the energy at first. And sometimes I will actually draw a few cards out intentionally to cast a specific spell, but of course you can do whatever feels right for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a few cards here. Now, the easiest way to do this, draw them in a line and kind of look at the story that goes through it, or witness all the aspects of the situation. So you can see here we have the trauma story card. So this could be very helpful in helping you witness a specific trauma story that might be creating a limiting belief, maybe blocking your manifestation, how there might be past things in your past that are influencing the situation that create the trauma story that you need to release. But underneath all of that, you actually have an innate knowingness that is actually driving you all the time, whether or not you're aware of it. And this is wanting to come to the surface past the trauma story, past the story of the past that may be holding you back. And then, of course, we have Hermes. So Hermes is the guiding divinity for this deck, actually, the power of words and the healing power of words. And so Hermes is holding space for all of this transformation and, in a way, actually creating the magic that will allow this spell to come to fruition. So that's a simple spell. Now, sometimes I'll take a card and I'll let it play with the other cards. I'll say, look, Hermes, in this case, or whatever it might be. It might be your knowingness. You want to say, can you give me insight about this past experience that brings me into knowingness? I actually notice the energy between the cards when I put them together like this. So you might find that as you put Hermes over the past, there's a tension there. That's what I'm feeling. And over knowingness, there is less tension. And out here, there's none. Well, Hermes in this position has the ability to oversee everything in the spell and hold space for it to be put together the way is most in the highest good for you, or whoever you might be doing a reading for. And of course, if you are, you must be getting permission. That is always the case. Now, I decided I needed an extra piece of wisdom to add to this reading, so I get the gut feeling card. Now, it's interesting because knowingness is a part of this. How do we access knowingness? Through the body, through the gut. So Hermes is saying you might get some intuitions, some impressions that allow you to move past this. So that's a simple spell. And I give you a little taste. It gives you a little taste of like how these cards can mesh together and play together. Now, to take it up a notch, let's do another one. We can take a card and calamity, and then we can say, oh, sex. Oh, well, I've got a sex card in there. Couldn't help myself because you know what? That is a thing that comes up for people. And you know what? That can mean all kinds of things, right? And then relationship. Well, interesting. That looks like someone's having a little bit of a challenge in a relationship. So you can see these two cards wanted to go together. I just felt them click into place. And then observe. So, okay, here we go. We have the opportunity to observe everything at play in this situation. Perhaps even by drawing the card, we have shifted the energy to go into observer mode. So that is a spell being cast. And then attempt. So I see this, from my intuition, as if someone wanted to have a conversation and nothing really came of it, right? So that is a thing that could happen for sure. And there was honesty. So what happened with all that honesty? Well, that is up to the querent to figure out. Now, I would like to think that the candor resulted in some positive outcome. It might have just given them clarity about what they needed or what they would receive or what that other person was willing to offer them, not necessarily in terms of sex, but the conversation around this that brought up all kinds of other stuff that came into play. And then I pulled the entrapment card. Well, there is something going on there that is holding these two people together, three people or who more, you never know. And aptitude. Well, you know what I read? I actually, oddly, myself, because I do channel, felt a counselor in the position under candor. So there's the opportunity here to get support in order to heal the situation. Well, now we've gotten insight. Well, was there any resistance to getting counseling over this situation? Perhaps there was, until the energy shifted and the spell was cast. So this is really a little 101 in terms of spell casting for everyday life. You can use it to shift the energy. Now, whose energy shifted? Did we shift the energy of the person on the other side? Well, what we did was see that the person was honest with him, but you know what? We don't have power over other people. We have power over ourselves. So that is an example of how you can use the Mojo deck for everyday life. And it is really a delightful deck for exploring all kinds of situations. And you will find that it is honest, it is real, and as you strengthen your own insight, or if you are a very strong reader, intuitive, you will find that it gives you a lot of information. And I will tell you more about these cards in another video perhaps, but I just wanted you to have a little look at it and get to see playing with the Mojo deck. Thanks for watching.